light doesn't look ridiculous. Hello again. A little bit late on the video. Supposed to do one last week, but plans got changed because one of my mate's mums died. So instead of out here getting the cobra going, I was at the funeral. Then friends come first, toys come second. So today the plan is, if my mate turns up, if he can get away from his farm, to come and wire my ECU into this thing, and a few other bits and pieces. It's not quite that simple, and then kick this thing in the guts. So I've had the drop tank away, getting a few more fittings and stuff put into it, and then put the drop tank in there. And didn't realise that when they built said tank, they didn't quite measure it properly. So now the filler is nowhere near the hole. So I've got to make up a adapter for that. It's just got to go from where the filler point is on the tank, cross it up to the filler neck. There's room on the tank. It should have been done. They just obviously didn't measure it properly. Measure twice, cut once, etc., etc. But if I put fuel in this thing today, if he doesn't start it, I'll go and get it done properly. But if we start it today, I have to put gas in the tank, and I don't want to do any welding on the tank. So, long story short there, or short story long. And I just picked up my headers, because if you watched the last video I made, I think I went into how the headers are all on there and made. Great job, well, good job, not quite great. A couple more hours and that would have been great. And so I just had another guy hopefully get the headers away from the firewall and brake boosters and master cylinders and things. I haven't even fitted it yet to even try it. So if it works, cool. If it doesn't, that's what it's going to be. And I'll have to work around it. I just got to go. Sorry, I'm cooking ribs, so I've just got to go and I'm just started, so things are catching fire. Hold on. Oh dear. Well, that sucks. I gotta go. My thing just broke. Back again. So, if you know anything about ribs, you start your coals and charcoal and a chimney. So I just went to, I was heating them up on a gas stove to get the coals burning, and then went to shake them around, and the bottom of my chimney fell apart, and all my coals fell across the ground. So yeah, I had to just go and put them in the fire and hit it with a gas torch, and hopefully it's gonna work. Never mind, back to the car. Alright, I'll turn this around so you can see it looks terrible. Alright, here we are. Oh, it looks horrible, because this is off, obviously. I took the liberty of polishing that because I could. Just blocking off a couple of breathers and getting the sensors so it's sitting in the right place. So the throttle resistance sensor is definitely at 0. So, and that's there. Run. Oh Jesus, the ports on these things are ginormous. Sorry about that. So I just run battery cable, and so yeah, we've got to just do the alternator under here, wire the temp sensor, run wires down to the cam sensor, which is down in there, and the crank trigger, which is down there. And yeah, so that's where on that. Just waiting for a man to come do that, and then a few other bits and pieces up under here into the firewall, and then I've got the dash back in to see if there's enough room under there for the computer. And I can't tell on the phone, but it looks like there is heaps of room in there. So that's awesome. Then got to put top the diff up. The diff hasn't got oil in it, so I've got some diff oil and some transmission fluid, because this gearbox in it, this Tremec 5-speed, has never even had oil in it. It's brand new. So if you've got an engine turning around, the should have gearbox in there, gearbox oil in there. And coming around here, I found my, it's hard to see, but somewhere down there on the back of the oil block is a hang on, I'll turn around so you can see me. So on the back of the oil block is the oil pressure center. So we've got to take that out, and we've got to fit in to go in there and reverse feed oil pressure or oil into it to make oil pressure, so we can turn this thing over. I've turned it over a couple of times just with a key to make sure everything's working, but it hasn't been started for quite some time, and I don't want to just build oil pressure up on the key. So all you do is you take your sensor and put a line and pressure into it, and you can backfeed oil into it and fill up all the galleries and bearing clearances and things like that. So that's the plan. But all that is dependent on if my man makes it up from the farm today. Hopefully. And yeah, all the lake pipes and stuff off because we've got to get under it a couple of times to do bits and pieces, and need a bit of room in there to get all to everything. No driving because there's no brakes and no clutching yet. So if this all works, one of the next big missions I'm going to have to do, and it's probably going to be in my shed, is take the gearbox out, because one of the things I never got around to doing is running a clutch line from the slave cylinder, master cylinder, to the slave cylinder. It's got a throw-out bearing in it. I don't know if it's... well, everything else is tilting in here, so it's probably a tilt and throw bearing. But so it's the clutch, pressure plate, flywheel, everything is all brand new. It's in there. But for some reason, it's just one of those things. I'm assuming it didn't quite get finished. So I have to pull bell housing out, gearbox out to get to the throw bearing and run a line out. But it's just one more thing on a big list of things I've got to do. So essentially, looking at the car now, it looks like I've gone backwards, but you've got to take 2 steps backwards to go half a step forward sometimes. Right, I'll stop. I'm rambling. I've got to go and dress some meat up and throw on the barbie, and spend 5 hours cooking that crap. So yeah, definitely not going to have any beers with that because it'd be irresponsible. Right, so I'll see you soon. Right, so here's an update 3 or 4 hours later. So my mate, I rang my mate and said, "Oh, he's still come up today." He's like, "Oh shit, I forgot to tell you, my wife's gone away for the weekend and I have to stay home and look after the farm." It happens, farms come first. But yes, I went ahead and was going to surprise him. Cooked 4 massive big racks of ribs on the barbie, so now I'm going to be really, really fat after this because lots of meat. Don't care, it is what it is. But just if I post this, it's just going to be a really short video. It got me off my ass and got me to do some extra stuff that needed to be done before this gets kicked in the guts. Found a couple of little issues that I didn't know that were there with the fuel tank, so it gives me a week to get that sorted. So all I've done is just do a bit of that. I was going to back my trailer and did some work on my car trailer, and then I was bored, so I did a little bit of polishing. And I've got photos of this thing when they've obviously painted and detailed his motor because they were bored, and man, it did a beautiful job. And then on the quad cam Ford motors, there's little inserts on the top of the rocker covers that hold the coil packs that are aluminium. And the photos I've seen of them on this thing, they're just like chrome dipped. So I think what they've done is they polished them and then clear coated them. And since I've bought it and didn't really pay much attention until I pulled them off, the clear coating has, I don't know if it shows you because it looks shiny, but yeah, it's oxidized underneath the clear coat. So I've just done the first one. Unfortunately, I've done the easy one first. And just hit it with 240 on a DA and then a little bit of elbow grease. But I'll turn it around. And it's probably half an hour I'm doing that. And so, but this was easy. It had half the work as that one. And yeah, obviously I did that. Now a mate of mine's actually got a laser engraver, so I might actually put something in there. I don't know yet. Maybe just to be a real tacky and put a cobra up there or something. I don't know. But so yeah, now I've got to spend probably 2 hours on the other one to make it look as nice as that one. Totally worth it. Oh man, glare and sun. So yeah, not the desired result today, but it is what it is. Man's livelihood comes first, and it's just probably be another week. So that is what it is, man. There's nothing you can do about it. It's a bit out of my grasp to do that side of the wiring. I thought about giving it a go, but got a mate says he'll do it for me, so that knows what he's doing. So yeah, hey, don't get me wrong, and I haven't actually done much in the way of detailing and making this thing shiny. So just putting a couple of shiny parts on it, it rekindles you a little bit. It's just nice to see it looking nice. No, the rest of the body's like ugh. But I actually ran into one of my painter mates the other night, so must give him a call, come around and give me some bad news on what this is going to cost. And I've got my fiberglass coming around on Monday to go through with the doors. The basics, I just want to get the doors and the boot lid done, so I can have them, so everything's swinging and latching. Because the plan is that this is paint and interior will be the last thing I do. Like, it's an absolute godsend being able to just throw tools all over it. And my young fella thinks it's a great jungle jump, and he's always jumping on it. But lung herpes. So tell you, I've had shiny cars and worked on pull motors out, and it sucks. So I'm stoked that, apart from the cost, that this is just gel coat, and so it doesn't matter what I do. But I'll let you go. This video is only going to be 5 minutes, and if all goes well, the next one will be a week away, and it'll be kicking this thing in the guts. Alright, cheers.